it's Neely Hopkins from Ranvet, and I've got a really good quarantine activity for you guys that you can do. It's checking the diets for your horses. So my boys, I've got 2 horses, they're 25 and 20, and it's been a while since I've had their diets evaluated with one of our nutritionists here at Ranvet. So I'm just going to go out to the feed shed and I'm going to weigh everything up and write it down on a bit of paper and send it to one of our nutritionists and make sure that their diets are all 100% for their age and their discipline and their activity levels that they're doing. So I'll just show you what we need. So what you're going to need to make sure that you've got all the information to have their diets evaluated is you'll need a weight tape, because you need to know how much they weigh. You'll need a bit of notebook paper so you can write down all the information. So their name, age, weight, breed, what gender they are, the life stages that they're at. So if they're a yearling, if they're 25 or however old they are, if they're mature. Workload, Teo's just sort of semi-retired trail horse. I've written that down. Body condition score, he's a bit fat. He's probably a little bit overweight. We should probably be losing some weight. So you're going to need to know that for your horse. Feed efficiency, he's a pretty good doer. He's about normal. Any ailments or issues, he doesn't have any at the moment, which is great. And probably condition goal would be for him to lose a little bit of weight. He is a little bit on the chubby side. Their pasture at the moment is active and lush and green thanks to the nice rain we've had. And roughage that they're getting is lucerne hay, and concentrates they're getting is extruded barley. Supplements they're getting salt, Ranvet 500, Ration Balancer, Flexi Joint Plus, Grand Prix oil, and Adlib Ranvet Salt Lick. Very important piece of equipment that you're going to need to weigh out the diet is just something to put the feed in and the supplements in, and kitchen scales. These are just ordinary kitchen scales I got from a kitchen shop. It doesn't need to be too fancy, and maybe a calculator if, like me, you're really bad at math. Okay, we are all set up and ready to weigh out Teo's diet. I've got all of the gear here ready to go. We've got his Ranvet 500, we've got his Flexi Joint Plus, his Ration Balancer pellet, we've got some normal table salt, his licorice treats, of course, he gets 2 of those a day. We've got some extruded barley, he doesn't get much because he's really fat, and his Grand Prix oil. So what you got to do first is you got to make sure that your scales are on a nice, clean, level surface. You don't want it to be all wonky and wobbly. We'll turn those on. And you got to make sure that it's zeroed. So whatever you're weighing in, putting the food in to weigh it out, make sure that that's on the scale so it's zeroed. So unless you're feeding the glass bowl to your horse, you want to make sure you don't include that in your ration measurements. So to start off with, we're going to measure his chaff. We've got some nice blended chaff here ready to go, and we'll weigh that up. So that's 219. That's 1. Put the bowl back. Nice and zeroed. And he gets 2 of those a day, so we'll weigh them both out, and that's 196. So I'll write that down. And the next thing I'm going to weigh up is his Ranvet 500. That's his protein pellet. Put that in there. That is 303 grams, and that is absolutely perfect. He's supposed to be getting 300 a day. And I'll add that to the list. Next, we're going to weigh up his extruded barley. So he just gets a little bit, just enough to make him think he's getting something. That's 193 grams that he gets per day. And this is not per meal, this is per day, remember? So we need to know how much they're getting every single day. Teo actually gets a morning and evening feed, so he gets a breakfast and a dinner. But I'm weighing up everything that he gets per day, not per meal. So that's very important. Make sure you get that and measure out everything they get every single day. Next, we're going to weigh out his Ration Balancer. He gets a heaped scoop every day, keep him nice and healthy. So we'll just weigh that up and make sure that that's right. So he's getting 37 grams of Ration Balancer. Next is his Flexi Joint, because he's an old boy and he needs a bit of help. So we'll just weigh that up, make sure that that's correct. Get Gets a heap scoop of that every day. And that's 35, that's perfect. And next he gets a scoop of salt as well. He just gets 15 grams of that because he's got a block in his paddock. So we'll make sure that that's correct. It's a little bit over, but that's okay. So maybe I just won't heat that up too much in the future. And that's all of the dry goods weighed. Okay, the last thing that we have to weigh is the hay. So I've just set up a little system here. I've got my scales with our little glass bowl on top and the red tough bin on top. And we've zeroed it so that it's tared off. It's at 0 now. And I've just got the same red bin with their daily ration of loosened hay in there, ready to go. They get a good biscuit of hay a day each. So I'll just weigh that now. Just gently sit that on there so we get a nice accurate read. And so that is 1.552 kilos a day of hay we get. So we'll put that on their sheet and I'll enter that into the diet evaluation form on the Ranvet website, and we should get our results within a week or two. Thank you.